For help from a Valley veteran. He says his brothers and sisters in arms are fighting addiction without help from the VA. Channel 5's Frank McCaffrey spoke with a veteran service officer about what help is available.
Gary Halford served in the Army in the early 1970s, and since then he struggled with drugs and alcohol. Currently, he attends 12-step meetings to be sober. Gary Halford enjoys meditating under this 100-year-old tree in McAllen. He says it brings him the serenity to keep his disease of addiction arrested. Halford tells us his battles were fought most of the time on his own. He says Veterans Assistance Services have not always helped those fighting addiction.
At one time, PTSD, a medicine for it was alcohol at one time, and then they found out that, of course, they were just bringing up a lot of alcoholics.
Halford says the VA has since greatly improved its services to help veterans. He says the number of veterans who need help with addiction is growing.
And we've got a huge amount of veterans come from Iraq, Afghanistan, and other areas where we fight. We don't want any sympathy. We just sometimes need help.
Halford says a number of veterans need an intervention for drugs or alcohol, but when you try to call the VA emergency line, it seems you get nothing but machine after machine and not an actual person.
Because you just don't have time to waste when you're in a bad way. And it means a lot to me because I've lost some very dear friends from Vietnam. I lost one of my closest family members.
Channel 5 News reached out to Halford's Veteran Service Officer Felix Rodriguez to see who can be called if a veteran needs an immediate intervention. He says a veteran should contact their county Veteran Service Officer in a case of an emergency. Rodriguez adds the service officer can get the veteran immediate help and help them get into treatment through the VA.
At some of these places where a veteran can be housed for a prolonged period of time, anywhere from maybe 30 to 90 days. And they, if you're enrolled and registered for health care at the VA outpatient clinics, then you don't need the insurance unless you're below a 50% disability rating.
Rodriguez says the VA can do more to help veterans with addiction problems, and VA doctors can make the call more often that one of their patients needs addiction treatment. Rodriguez adds family members and friends usually do the intervention on a veteran's addiction problem and are usually the ones who get the veteran help. In the end, Rodriguez says it's up to the veteran to realize they have a potentially deadly disease and they need to have it treated. In the Channel 5 News studio, Frank McCaffrey, Channel 5 News at 6.
And if you need to contact a veteran service officer for an immediate intervention, we have some phone numbers for you. This is a Channel 5 News Extra. They're right there listed on your screen. Let's go down the list. Hidalgo, Willacy, and Starr County veterans can contact Felix Rodriguez. You just heard from Felix. His number 956-318-2436. For veterans in Cameron County, you can contact the officer in San Benito. A couple of numbers for you at 956-247-3550 or in Brownsville at 956-544-0811. We'll have this information posted on our website along with a story after the newscast.